What's going on, guys? I just want to show y'all what's going on with this transmission I'm working on. It's a 4L60E, and well, customer complained about a loud pop noise when they gave it gas and whatnot. And I just want to show y'all what the problem was with it. This plate here has check balls that goes in each one of these little indentions here, these holes, and they're supposed to just sit in there. Over time, those check balls, or these holes for those check balls, they get wore out, and those balls just get stuck inside there. You can see how that's a little watered out there. It's a lot bigger than it's supposed to be. So what happens is, those balls, those check balls, they get stuck inside these plates. And then with this one, it threw, most likely, customer didn't let me know if there's a code or anything, but it most likely threw an 1870 code on it, which means, check balls stuck on it. And by that code, the check ball stuck, it caused the sun shell here. I'll show you here. Get over here for the light. The sun shell, let me get it into the light for you. Alright. So that check ball got stuck in this plate right here. And I will repair that. Or replace it depending on what the customer wants. I can repair it. Not a problem there. What happened was, this sun shell actually, sometimes they strip out, but in this case here, it actually broke. This gear here is supposed to lock on with this sun shell here. Well, you get the idea. There's a gear, right? This is actually broken off of this sun shell. Mind you, this is common on 4L60E. Just broke clean off of there. A lot of times these here will strip out. Causes the spin on this gear. The gear here is in good condition. Nothing wrong with the gear. They normally don't go bad, but there has been cases that I have seen them that way. That gear is good. This sun shell it's done. It's pretty much fucked. It's twisted it clean off of there, and that 1870 code is what caused that. Just wanted to show y'all. This is supposed to be one piece. That's not supposed to separate. It's supposed to be one piece right there. This is trash. That's it. I'll fix that plate. Replace that sun shell right here. And I'll have to replace pretty much every one of these steels as well. They're burned up, and the clutches are pretty well burned up. I mean, if you've ever worked on a transmission before, you know that a steel burnt like this is not really worth it trying to use again. You might as well just throw them out. Start fresh. That's junk. All this junk will get replaced. These steels and these clutches will be replaced. Well, that's it on this transmission. We'll take it to a parts bin washer, wash it up. Got a whole bunch of parts in there. After so many times, you don't just try to keep track of all of it. You just throw it in the bin and throw it back together when you get to it. Well, that's that. Thought I'd make a video on it. let me know if you have any questions or anything. It's late, so I really think I'm gonna be done with this one for the night. Gotta wait on the kit to come in. I went ahead and I'm gonna use a Transtar. I use Transtar just about every transmission I rebuild. There's a Transtar kit there. I use in a 5-speed transmission for the Mustang. I got projects all over my little garage here. I got rebuilding the transmission there for a customer. Trans Am here. It's a nice car. I pulled the engine and transmission out of it. It's getting cams, MS3 cam, and it's getting I want to say it was a 3800 stall converter. It's getting in it. Long tube headers. What else is he gonna do? 243 heads. That's what he's doing. I think that's about it on that. But it'll be a healthy running car when it's done. Obviously it's auto. You're getting a converter put in it. It'll be fun. It's a nice little project. I like doing projects like this. It was bone stock whenever I started on it. When I get done, it'll be, heads, cam, intake, full exhaust, basically full bolt-ons, other than nitrous or a bolt-on turbo. But it's a pretty nice car. It had leaks basically everywhere on the engine. The LS1, it had a valve cover leaking on it, rear main seal leaking on it. Basically leaked at every crevice you could think of on it. I did this harness here, this entire harness. Turn my phone here. This entire harness I went through and took everything off, all the plastics off of it. Dried it off, dried all the oil off all the wiring, and rewired the entire harness, or not rewired it, but re-loomed it. Taped it up, made it look pretty again. I'll clean this engine bay out. The engine's getting painted and all that stuff. So when it goes back in here, it'll be done right. It'll look good. It'll run good, and it'll be a happy customer. No more bullshit around here. These headers are actually from the LS1. He told me I could have them. I have a Fox body outside that I'm going to do a 5.3 or 6.0 turbo build on it, so I might use those headers for something. Maybe for the turbo kit, whatever I come up with. I may not, but they're there if I need them. This front cover window. There. I got a 5-speed NV3550 transmission if anybody wants it. Got the grabs. It in a 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ. This is a good transmission. 5-speed, as I said. Drop and jump. That goes. A little bit of everything here. There is a engine out of a Kia Soul. 2012 Kia Soul, I believe. It does run like new. There's nothing wrong with it. It needs a new timing chain cover. It wasn't a wreck. Motor mount broke on timing chain cover, and I noticed whenever I moved it in here, the transmission is a good transmission, but the casing is bad on the transmission. So everything internally is good. The casing on the transmission itself does need replaced. I have a bunch of plastics in here to go with that. If you want it, let me know. I'll sell that for cheap. We have a painless harness here for a LS 2 valve new edge body style. That's what it came off of, is a already LS swap 2 valve. So it's set up for that if anybody wants that. Just got a bunch of junk. This spoiler here is a buddy of mine. Him rebuilding it for his son. I hate that it's not done yet, but eBay is been screwing me around on this one. I order a part cancels, no notification about it. You know, I hate for my customer. It really pisses me off. But it's gonna be good and ready to go for his boy when I'm done with it. It's getting a new chain. I already got new brakes on it. It's got a new chain that's going on. It's hanging right here. Really nice new chain on it. Said it's got brakes, chain, new piston, rings, entire engine's tore apart on it. Had a bad main gear in the transmission. I rebuilt it. The engine. You know, when I got it, it wasn't drivable. I pretty much just tore it apart. I tried to start it to, you know, pull it where I needed to. It wouldn't start. So I just, you know, put it in neutral and pushed it up where I was working on it at. And from there, I tore it apart, put new rings and piston in it, put a new carburetor kit on it. You name it, it got replaced on it. Had to do some wiring on it. Fired right up, adjusted the carburetor a little bit. And then I realized that on its first drive after I got done working on it, I thought it was ready to go back to my customer. Had a loud popping going on in the rear, or I thought it was rear end or something. I couldn't really tell. The belt was good on it. Anyways, it ended up being the main gear on inside the transmission. So I had to pull the entire engine back apart, because on these you can't just separate the transmission from the engine. They got to make it difficult for you. So after rebuilding it, I had to pull it all the way back apart. It's a pain in the ass, but I done it. Anyhow, I told the customer I'd get it done, make it right. So that's what I had to do. I'll show you all the gear for that. I may navigate myself over here. I may not be able to get to it really. I don't want to scratch this hood up for this car. That right there was the ring piston kit I got for her. Let's see where it's at. If I can get to it. Well, you can't see it in there, but it's in there. There's an engine in there and it's torn in half. I got all these projects going on. I'm grateful for it. Really helps pay the bills. But I'm ready to get my Fox body in here and start on it. It'll still be a while. I want to make it for Drag Week 2020. Get ready for that. But other than that, that's all I got tonight for you guys. I plan on making a YouTube video of my own. I mean, I've got so much work around. I might as well, you know, do some vlogging and make some videos. I mean, I got a mess going on. I'm gonna make a table for these transmissions, working on them. As you can see though, I mean, I've always got more than one project going on. I'm doing this transmission in between of the engine and stuff on here. I pulled the motor trans out of this car, and then the customer picked it up, the engine trans. Him and his brother are actually putting a cam in it. That's what he wanted to do. I could do that for him, but it saves me time as well. I'm gonna have to modify, figure out how to make his long tubes work on this exhaust he has. But anyhow, I'll talk all night and get sidetracked, if you let me. that's about it for me tonight, y'all.